The no intro. Ender pearls. I love my ender
Welcome,
pearls.
guys. Welcome back to another episode of Mob Sauce. Mod Sauce, not Mob Sauce. Mod Sauce. Season 1, Episode 6, I believe. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. So today, what we're going to start doing is look at expanding our AE system. Um, I have an idea for where I want to put my controllers and stuff, and I think we'll just start out with one today, and then get some, see if we can't get some auto crafting processors, coprocessors stuff dialed in. And then automate our seed production and our inscribers, and try something new that I haven't really dealt with, which is level emitters. And what those do is keep a certain amount of whatever it is you're crafting in your storage system. So I'm gonna give that a go probably later on in the episode. But for now, the first order of business is to get a ME controller built. So I was looking up what it costs, and I think we can just do this right here. I think I have an engineering processor in my system, and I think I have some pure flux. Let's just see. Nope, we're missing the pure flux crystals is what we're missing. So let's go look and see what those mean. So we need to get some flux seeds made from flux dust and sand in a puddle. So let's go flux and sand. I have one sand. That's fantastic. Let's go over here to my pulverizer. Let's put that in there. And I'm gonna go get my my flux accelerators. I believe they are in here. If they're not, they're in somewhere else. Oh, they're in my inventory. So I'm gonna go get my accelerators dialed in so that I can create this pure flux crystal, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back here. I just wanted to go over a quick build with you guys. I'm not really automating, but I'm just mechanically making silicon here real quickly. And I do that with some mechanism that I have, and with extra utilities, world interaction upgrades between a puddle of water and a puddle of lava. It'll suck out those cobblestone. Cobblestone then gets pushed into a crusher. Crusher takes it and turns it into gravel. Another crusher then takes the gravel and turns it into sand. And then the sand is then dropped into the sag mill here, which has, again, a chance of creating a silicon. So far, 64, 3 stacks, and a little bit of silicon, and we'll just continue to make that. And we could speed that up with elite stuff and that sort of thing to kind of increase that. But for right now, that's a good little way to make your silicon. I think there was a way to use clay that gives you a better result, but that's what we got going right now. All right, well, I'm going to get back on this growth accelerator stuff here, and I will be right back. Alright guys, alright, I'm back here. I ran some cable. I'll show you guys that here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and craft up or pulverize my flux dust here. Went and grabbed some sand. I took that one piece of dust that we had and made it into a seed already, but I'll go through this crafting recipe here real quick. So one piece of sand, put our sand in there so we auto craft. And then 1 piece of sand in your Fluix dust gives you 2 seeds. So right click that. Now we got 28 seeds. And all I did is just ran some glass cable. Oops, let me come around to the other side here. All we did is just run some glass cable, Fluix cable, down to our basement here. Just ran it along the edge and down to these growth accelerators and put in a little pool of water. One thing I also did is I put in this ME toggle bus. Now, as you can see, our growth accelerators are offline. If you don't have a toggle bus or some way of limiting the power, these will always take power from your system, and they take kind of a high, amount of power. As we get, more down the end game, power won't be so much of an issue, and we'll be able to keep these on all the time. But for now, I got what's called an ME toggle bus, and if you just put a lever on the block, you can see now that this has turned on when I turned that on, and now our growth accelerators are online. I click it off, the blue light goes off, and now they're offline. So just a nice little way of conserving power if you need to in your build. So let's drop these in here, get these going, so that we can make our controllers. You see they're kind of bouncing and jumping around, which is kind of funny. Pretty soon we'll see those come to life. I'm just going to grab a drink of Coke here. Am I missing something? I don't think so. Pure Fluix cable. Sand in a puddle of water. Oh, yep, Fluix, just Fluix seed. There we go. You can see them getting bigger there. So as those get bigger, we'll just talk about what we have planned in the episode. All the way AE systems, tech, big reactors here pretty soon. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this stuff. I really want to decorate, and we talked about the tech and stuff like that quite a bit, but I really want to decorate the skybase pretty well here, and I got some ideas for the detail and that sort of thing as we go along, but I just want to get through these little tech builds to get us established and get things a lot easier to build and put into place, which we'll do here before long in these next few episodes. So these crystals are growing pretty fast, which is good. We got all our growth accelerators online, which we do. And there they go. You can see them all coming together there into one. Boom, boom, one more. Almost. Is that it? I think that might be it. Yep, 28. There we go. So we had 13 Fluix. We had 13 Fluix seeds, and we just doubled our yield there. Or 13, 14 Fluix seeds, and we just doubled our yield. So let's go back up to our base here. Whoop, whoop. Boy, I gotta get my basement dialed in here real soon. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. So let's get our ME controller in. Controller, Skyblocks, engineering press. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those in there. Skyblocks. Oh, I think it's Sky brick. Is it sky brick? Sky stone block. Yeah. Sky stone block. So how do you make a sky stone block? We heat it up in the smeltery. Let's go over here. Just throw those in there. Sky stone block. We need 4 of them. We'll just let those cook up so that we have them for our other controllers. Now, I'm not going to get into all about channels and controllers and that sort of thing in AE yet. There we go. AE controller. But we'll get into that in a future episode of what that all looks like. And I'm going to put this right here. I think, well, hold on, let me look here. Yeah, that's the top of that one. Yep. So I want to put this on the first thing right here. Boom. Okay, and it lit up. Now you can go 7 by 7 by 7 on these in many rows or whatever as things go on, and that gives you more ability to wire stuff in. So what this is going to do for us is we're going to come back inside here, and we are going to just cut this piece out here. One more. And what I'll do is I'll just run conduit down through here in this area. We already got it kind of going down like that on the bottom of the energy acceptor. But we'll eventually run that to the top, and we'll move this power up to the top rung, or however we work it, behind it or something like that. Okay, good. So there's our controller. The next thing we want to look at is processors. So crafting coprocessor, crafting here we go. Crafting storage. So our first crafting storage is going to be a 1K crafting storage, and we make that with a crafting unit, which is a calculation press, logic press, and another calculation press, some flux cable, and some iron. Makes our crafting unit. And once we have a crafting unit, we create a 1K ME storage, which we already know how to make those, which is flux crystals or quartz crystals, or pure Certus quartz crystals, and a logic press. And that will be the start of our auto crafting environment. So let me peel away. I'm going to go collect all this stuff because I got to get the inscriber going so that I can make these processors. And again, we're doing all this so that we can drive auto crafting of our logic processors or our processing things here. So let me go do that. I'll get our 1K going, and then we'll come back and get the rest of our inscribers and stuff like that dialed in. So I will be right back, guys. All right, guys. Welcome back. So for you guys, in this video, it'll be just a couple seconds, but for me, it's been actually quite a while since I started recording again. And the reason is I was just so short on so many resources, and you can see I got quite a bit of stuff. Wool was challenging to get for me to make these smart cables and stuff, and dye, that sort of thing, and then just all the resources to get my auto config working for my presses. So let me give you the rundown of what I did. Now with ME, when you come out of controller, and we built our controller up there in the first part of the episode, you can attach these dense cables to. And with ME now, you have to run everything in channels. Now, if you connect up your panels and your export buses and your mechanics, they have to connect up to smart cable, Fluix cable, those kinds of things. And each of those cables only allows 8 channels to be ran through it, versus a dense cable, which gives you 32. So I can do 4 smart cables up to 1 dense cable, basically. So because I have everything kind of all compact down here, I had to run dense cable down and around to this back area to accommodate my auto crafting. Now, I also had to create a storage cell. 1K is all I can do right now, and we'll get more. There's 64K, I believe, 4Ks, those kinds of things. And then multi-core processors and stuff to do more than one crafting at a time. But we'll get into that later. I also created a pattern terminal. And what a pattern terminal allows you to do is when you create blank patterns, you put in a recipe and then save it in the blank pattern. Now the blank pattern then goes into an ME interface that you can then reference on your terminal to craft your desired thing. So let me go over the setup here. So remember over here, I was creating silicon by the ton. So that's all coming into this chest here. So we got quite a bit of flow of silicon, and I'll probably wire all this in so that it all goes into the system. And I have, once silicon is in the system, there's no wait for crafting, there's no whatever, because the only thing I use silicon for is to make our silicon presses here. So silicon will, once it's put in our system, it'll all be pushed in here and it'll be pressed out into a press and become printed silicon. Okay, so that then goes into the import bus and is pushed out into AE. So the second thing is our logic press, which I think is over here. Yeah, logic press. So logic press takes a piece of gold. Over here we have an ME interface, which has a pattern that says 1 piece of gold makes a printed logic press. So what happens is when I come over here and ask for a logic press, we'll do 2. A piece of gold is shot into my inscriber, worked up, and then pushed out through my import bus back into my system. And the same thing goes over here. This is our engineering press, and these take 1 diamond. And if I do an engineering press, 1, we'll do 2, you'll see that that one kicks off and goes running. And same thing over here. This is a pure quartz for the calculation press. If I come over here and I say pure 1 calculation press, I'm only going to say 1 because pure quartz, I still am doing it very manually to get that worked up. So there that one goes. Now, to put all those together into our processors, from printed to the processors, I have yet a 5th inscriber, and in my export bus on the left side, I have it to always put in redstone. So there will always be a redstone in here. And then in my export bus on the bottom side, which pushes into the top or into the bottom slot, I have my printed silicon. So if you see in here, we always have a printed silicon, we always have a redstone in, and this one is open. And what happens is when I call for a calculation press, engineering press, or logic press, it'll shoot one of those in there and create that and then put that in my system. So let's test this out. Let's do a logic press. So I'm going to take all these out of my system. You can see I've been crafting a lot because I've been testing a lot. So let's go over here and do a logic press, and we're going to say we want 10 of them. And you can see now it says it's going to take 90 bytes of our 1K drive that's up here. It's going to take 10 gold. It's going to craft 10 logic presses to craft 1 logic processor. So let's click start on that. And you can see over here, boom, our inscriber shot in gold into our inscriber here and is now currently creating presses. Now over here you can see that the logic press is being shot into this inscriber and is now being currently put into into our system. So if we go over here, oops, and we do logic, you can see now we have 3 processors. Now we can come over here, we can click on the hammer, and this will give us a status of what we have going on. So I have 1 stored, 1 crafting, 7 scheduled, or 2 scheduled, I'm sorry. And same as this one, 1 crafting, 4 scheduled, 1 stored, whatever. And so that then just pushes out. So now all our printed presses have gold, creating the last one here. This one gets shot into our storage inscriber, and then it's shot out into here. So once this one gets kicked out, see that one's down to 1, that one's down to 0. And you can see it happening all right in here, as it does. So that's it for inscribing at this time, and maybe I'll dress this up a little bit and make it, ooh, I'm getting some huge lag. I'll dress this up a little bit and make it a little bit nicer in the future, but for right now, this is a good way to get my processors dialed in. Next order of business is I want to create automation for my pulverized ores. So I got some serious lag going on here. So I'm gonna halt the video here. I'm gonna relog and see if that helps things out. So give me a couple minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back here. So I don't know what the big lag issue was, but I rebooted and everything came into place. So one thing I did here was get my pulverized dust and stuff like that all squared away. One last thing I gotta do is get my Fluix ore going. Now I think this will, so here's my pulverized system. I just have some simple conduit going to 2 pulverizers, and then I have all my dust in here that I put in here. So when I autocraft whatever that needs pulverized dust, it's right there. So so what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to see how many, I guess you can't pulverize Fluix crystals. Pure. Interesting. Let's see if we can do it in the sag now. No, okay. So I guess you can't pulverize Fluix crystals. Let me see here. I need to get Fluix dust. Yeah, just Fluix crystals. Okay. So we need a charged surge quartz, nether dust, nether quartz, and a redstone dust. So let's go get that real quick. Man, I really thought that I could do that. So let's get red. Let's do 10 of those. Let's get sand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what was it? Nether quartz? Charged surface quartz. Plus 1 nether quartz. Plus 1 redstone dust. So we don't need sand. Charged. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put those back. Let's get our nether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where am I going here? And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more. There we go. Okay. Okay, got my flukes crystals. So we go in here and we grind one of those up. We get, okay, it's 1 for 1. Okay, so we come over here to our pattern generator and we say 1 flux crystal equals 1 dust. Create me a pattern. Boom. And we roll over here to our interface. And now we have our flux pattern in there. So I can come over here to our interface and I can say I want an annihilation core. I don't have auto crafting chambers set up for annihilation cores and stuff like that, but let's go. We want a logic press and a flux dust, so let's create those up real quick here. Actually, let me go up to my crafting terminal. Excuse me. Big burp. We all burp. It's all good. So I want to make some annihilation cores. Now, logic press flux dust. So let's come over here to our crafted items. I want 4 of those. Start. And we're crafting those up. I know I already got some logic presses in there, but I just like to make them. So let's get 4 of those. We have to wait till the other one's done because we don't have multi-core processors yet. So as soon as that one is done, crafting 4. It's not crafting 4. Oh, I know why. I know why. Just roll down here because I didn't set the export yet of the thing, so we want to export here. There we go. Let's do the same thing over here. Okay. So now that that is cooking, get up there. And I got to finish my base here soon so that I can get rid of that builder's block. But we'll get there, we'll get there. So now crafting is done. Back to our terminal. Let's craft up 4 logic processors. And that should be off and running. So now when we come up and we create our annihilation core, or annihilation core, we can do it. So I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of those. because of all the fluke dust that I had. So cool. All right, so that's our annihilation course. So I think I'm gonna cut the episode there. We've had a long couple days here getting auto processing squared away, and it'll get smoother as time goes on, but that's all good. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about showing you guys this stuff. So thanks again for joining me, and thanks again. Hope you enjoyed auto processing of processors and cores and all that stuff, and I look forward to the next episode of more automation and more of getting my base organized and filling in these blocks and all that stuff. So thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.